Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to stencil on a wall. As you can see, I actually have this stencil on a piece of drywall, which obviously is going to be very similar to the wall that you're probably painting on. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Now I got this stencil as well as the stencil on the other side of this, which I'll show you in just a moment, from a place called Stencil Revolution. They have a massive selection of stencils. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description, so be sure to check them out for all of your stencil needs. As you can see, the first step is actually securing the stencil onto the wall. I've just used some green painter's tape for this, but you can use pretty much any kind of tape or any kind of adhesive, as long as you can peel off the stencil when you're done. Now, you want to try and get it as tightly as possible to the wall. It's going to produce the best result. Now, the first method that I'll show you for stenciling art on a wall is just to use regular paint. So as you can see right here, I just have some paint that I would use to paint a wall, and I have this type of brush, which is a sponge brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be dipping the brush in the paint, and I just want to dab it on there, right? And you don't want to really go too thick. You want to dab it on there. Now I like going for like somewhat of a messy look. I don't like my stencils to look perfect. That's why I'm leaving this part loose. As you can see, this part is bouncing up and down, and I'm just going to grab that before it drips down. So I like that. But if you wanted to create a really fine kind of look, what you could do, sorry about that, things are falling all over the place. What you could do is use something to hold it down. So what I would do is, let's say I would use this as I'm dabbing to just hold down the edges, and it will produce a much finer look, simply because the edges aren't bouncing up and down. So it's kind of up to you with the method that you want to use, but that's what I would recommend. I personally like the rough look, so that's why I'm doing it like this. Now, once again, I'm going to dab it onto here. Another method for just using regular paint to stencil on the walls is going to be just painting it on like this. Like, you could do something like this, but it's a different kind of look. And I'm showing you all of these different methods just so you can see what they look like. Now, when you are using the brushing pattern like this, you want to go away from the edges. So as you can see, I'm going in from the edges. This is another method. It's going to produce a different kind of look, but I'm going to show you all of them so you can sort of see which one you want to use for your own stencil needs. So as you can see right here, we're almost done. What I've done is I've done sort of a few different methods with the same type of brush. I would always recommend using this type of spongy brush. I'm actually just going to close up the paint over here. Just as you can see, it's just regular wall paint. This is a sample size wall paint. It's actually something that I sampled on the wall and I didn't end up using. Now is the part that you really want to be careful with. What you want to do is you want to peel off the stencil. So you want to really grab one edge of the stencil, and in one smooth motion, you want to peel it off just like that. All right. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to place that to the side. This is what it looks like. Like I said, totally different results. If you wanted a super tight, fine look, you would use a spray adhesive, or you would really take your time and push down on with something like I use, like a little pencil you can use, or even a toothpick. As you can see, these are very rough. That's the kind of stencil that I like, especially for a dog paw like this. This is a little bit tighter because I took a little bit more time with that little drill bit, and this is a total different look. Completely up to you. Now, next up, I'm going to flip this around. Bet you didn't see this part coming, but on the other side of this, you can see my back end over there of what I'm working with. The other side of this, we actually have another stencil. As you can see right there, it's actually a coffee cup. What I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use spray paint to stencil on a wall. I'm just going to adjust the camera just a touch, just like that. All right. Now, for spray paint, it's actually going to be a little bit faster, and in my opinion, it's a little bit easier. You want to get a can of spray paint. Once again, I'm using primer. I actually used this in another stencil video. You can use whatever spray paint you want. I just had a can of primer lying around, so I figured that I'd use this. You want to spray the spray paint basically at level with the stencil, not on an angle up or down, because then you're going to get the spray paint in all of the spots that you don't want. But you want to basically spray the spray paint straight on with the stencil, and you want to press and release. So like that, and you really want to just get a nice smooth look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shake it up just like that, shake that can of spray paint, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit it with the spray paint. You're going to see the amazing results that it produces, just like that. So as you can see, press and release. Just like that. Press and release. Just like that. And you can go back over any spots that you missed after. Now, I like a rough look, so that's why I don't like going back over it. I just hit it with the spray paint, and I like that rough look. It's the kind of look that I like in my stencils. But if you don't want a rough look, if you want a perfect look, then take your time, go back over it after. But for myself, I'm going to leave it like that. I just like, I like really having that odd look. That's the kind of stencil art that I like. Take one quick look. Make sure that you didn't miss any spots. I actually just missed a tiny little spot here that I want to hit because it's just at the edge like that. Once you're done, once again, peel off the stencil. I'm going to start at the bottom right here. Get one edge of the stencil and just peel it up. Let's just grab this spot. Sorry about that. That actually is what you should not do. You want to get it in one smooth motion, just like that. Look at that. Now, you see those drips? I mean, some people don't like them. I love them. For me, that's the kind of look that I like. So I'm just going to give you a better view. Check that out. You see those drips down there? And that's what I like. So, I mean, it's completely up to you, but that's a very simple way for stenciling on a wall. I've shown you how to stencil on a wall using regular paint and spray paint. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, once again, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And of course, be sure to check out Stencil Revolution. Link in the description if you're interested in stencils because they have a massive, massive selection of stencils. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.